Guys, this is really beautiful. I want to read it, so let's go for it. The original meditation asks us to look at time differently than we normally do instead of creation moving through time, that is, through the fixed points of past, present, and future. Creation and time move together. This means that not only does the past affect the present, but the future does too. Not only are we affected by the ancestors who have gone before us, but we also affect them as well as those who come after us. This is a bit different from the cyclic view of time proposed by some Far Eastern traditions. The entire universe and all time and space are moving, and we're moving with them. The only stillness that we experience is a momentary pause, like the pause between two heartbeats. We do not know what was before the cosmos. Rabbinical commentators have for centuries asked, did it all come from something or from nothing? The first word of Genesis, the Hebrew Bereshith in the beginning, does not give us the answer. It tells us that the creation of the universe unfolded itself like the wings of a bird about to take flight, or like a fire that begins with a small spark and then spreads rapidly in all directions. Scientists, who once called this moment the Big Bang, have now switched to a phrase like the primal singularity that suggests that none of the laws of the universe, time, space, cause and effect, the gravitational magnetic forces applied during this unique moment of creation. It is important to allow a willing suspension of disbelief when entering this non-modern way of experiencing ourselves and nature. The original meditation was not merely a visualization, that is, it was not simply imagining mental pictures of what we think the creation was like. Instead, it involves practitioners in a kinesthetic experience that in various ways use the awareness of breathing, sound, and movement as a way to reconnect with the power and authority of the Holy One. It allowed practitioners of the original meditation in its various forms to return to the Hebrew Aramaic notion of the word repent, to right timing and rhythm with the sacred realm. This return would empower the reign of the divine, the king queendom in Jesus' words, to break through the past to present and affect everything now. Give me a moment. Now, let's just read a little bit from the Gospel of Thomas and a couple of other passages without anything in between, just to kind of meditate on the word, shall we? In the beginningness, in the time before time begins, in the rest before movement begins, in the space where nothing but Elohim is, was, and will be, it all unfolds and moves like the wings of a bird taking flight, like the spark turning to flame, spreading to fire in all directions. From the center, everything travels towards its purpose, somehow moving together, and yet each with its own kernel of destiny, known only to the Holy One. Gospel of Thomas, Logian 18. The disciples said to Jesus, "Speak to us about our end. How will it look? How will it happen?" Jesus replied, "Have you found the beginning in yourselves? If not, why are you asking about the end? For in the place in yourselves where you find the beginning, you will also find the end. The blessed ones will find their feet standing at the beginning. Then they will know the end and not taste death." What cryptic and interesting use of words that you can interpret in many ways. This is John 8:5 through 8, the Aramaic Peshitta version. Your father Abraham was and is existing, enmeshed and contemplating the time of my being at the first beginning of all. He was illuminated by it and brought rejoicing to the first point of all. The Judeans asked him, "You are not yet 50 years old, and you've seen Abraham," Jesus replied. by the sacred ground of unity on which everything rests, while Abraham was existing, while he is still existing. The I am in me was and is also existing. All right, let's do one more. This is Genesis 1 1. Okay. One and many, single and diverse, including all, excluding none. The unity of existence, the Holy One, and many, is acting, creating, shaping from a center, where there is yet no periphery from an outside, where there is yet no outside, from something and nothing, from a space-time where thing and no thing does not exist, where yes and no exist only in the vibration of the Holy One's name. I feel a sense of power in what I'm reading because it something that is embedded deep within your soul memory, um, in your own essence as a timeless creation that is not bound by any boundaries, that is not bound by space, time, or anything. It is something that flows through you like waves forever. And it's sacred, and it's the true essence of your identity. Have a good day.